Your book's title, Not a Real Enemy, is haunting. What does it mean in the context of your father's story?
Well, not the book, not a real enemy. The true story of Hungarian Jewish man's fight for freedom an adventure. It's my dad's biography. It covers Hungary, the history of Hungary from the end of World War I to the end of Hungarian Revolution in 1956. It's the trials and tribulations of my dad's parents and family, and it's a real adventure. The book has my dad had four escapes, and there were 20 miracles in the book, which is all the reason for me to convert it from an autobiography to a biography. Not a real enemy. The theme of that resonates throughout the book, throughout the story, as my dad was just a Jewish man trying to practice medicine and trying to do it in freedom, ultimately. And but there's also a chapter called "Not a Real Enemy," and the original when my dad, before my dad's last and final escape as a doctor in 1956. The night before, his risk tolerance was so high that he went into the medical staff office that was all disassembled because of the Hungarian Revolution, and he wanted to read his dossier. He wanted to see what the Soviets had to say about him, make sure he had a clean record before he was going to escape the country, so that if he got caught, maybe he didn't want to get arrested or in more trouble than he could have been. So the Soviets, the communists, in their arrogance, described my dad as not a real enemy. They called him politically immature, but in fact, he was a real enemy because, and my mom as well. My mom was a medical student when they escaped. She was 13 months away from graduating, from finishing, and they were real enemies because they loved Mother Hungary, but they wouldn't buy into Nazi Hungary or communist Hungary, and they kept it quiet. So nobody knew what their real feelings were. They kept their cards close to their chest. So in the end, they were a real enemy because Hungary lost two good people. One was a up and coming medical student who would have been an internist in Hungary, and my dad, who was an OBGYN, and who ended up delivering 10,000 babies in the Detroit area in his career, which is kind of the punchline. We call that redemption. It doesn't bring back the 6 million Jews that perished, not to mention disabled, gay, LGBTQ people that helped the Jews, but also the 50 to 60 million in World War II that passed away, not to mention all those that passed away under communism. So my mom and dad were, in fact, a real enemy, but not a real enemy. And that was a title that my co-author thought of, and I think it's a great title. I think it's very appropriate.